Hello, everybody. Namaste. My name is Aditi Janveja, and on behalf of Satya Events, I would like to welcome our esteemed guests today, Anu and Narendra Kulkarni from Women with a Y. What is Women? What kind of platform is it? How is it born? All these interesting things we are going to discuss in today's interview with these two wonderful entrepreneurs. Anu is very popular in the social circles in Sydney. She has been doing a lot of charity work over the years. She also does Zumba classes as well as yoga classes. She's been doing a lot of work for seniors, and she's very well known. And this new platform that she has launched along with her husband called Womeyn is an e-commerce platform to help women entrepreneurs. So today in our journey, we're going to talk about that. But before we start, I would like to thank Anu for her generous contribution towards our upcoming show Mazi, which is coming to stage on the 30th of April at the Pioneer Theatre in Castle Hill. Any event is impossible without the help and support of sponsors. And I would like to say that Women with the Y has already started their journey of helping other women entrepreneurs by their contribution towards Mazi. So first of all, thank you to both of you for that, and a very, very warm welcome to today's interview.
Thank you, Aditi, for having us for this interview. That was a very nice, warm introduction about me and my husband, Narendra. Hello, everyone. My name is Anu Kulkarni. I'm the founder director of Womeyn. I'm also a Zumba, yoga, and meditation instructor. I look forward to our association with Satya Events. We are very proud to be supporting and a proud sponsor of Mazi too.
And just to add to what Anu is saying, it's always a pleasure to be, talking to you guys and talking about women and giving you a bit more depth in terms of what Womeyn is and what the platform does. So looking forward to this session.
That's great. I'm really looking forward to it as well. So I think everybody would be very curious to know. We can see the wonderful banner behind you. We can see the absolutely fabulous looking logo. We would like to know from you, Anu, what is Womeyn?
So Womeyn is a purpose-driven e-commerce platform for women entrepreneurs by my brand Womeyn, supporting any women entrepreneur, whether they're just starting or existing, doing well. We are there for everyone. Anyone and everyone can reach us as long as they're women entrepreneurs.
That's wonderful. And of course, we are going to find out about how this platform can benefit everyone, how people can use it in a minute. But before that, I would like to know, how was this whole concept of Womeyn born? How did Womeyn come about?
Okay, so I did have a corporate role like many of us, and I went through severe bullying and discrimination at workplace. I went through the whole depression, anxiety, stress that led to PTSD finally, and it's a very long journey which I did speak about during our launch on the 8th of April. Most of you know about it, but in short, when I went through all what I went through, I had in the recovery phase, I did have my family support. I went through pet therapy. I did have doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists. And in the process of recovering, I ended up, going for Zumba classes, getting into the healthy side of it because I had put on a lot of weight. I was trying to get back to the normal life. In that process, I ended up becoming a Zumba instructor because I love dancing and it just came naturally to me. So, when everything that happened to me and in the recovery, I somewhere found my passion, and which is dancing. So when I was trying to set up my business for Zumba, I struggled with the social media because I'm old school. So IT side of it was a bit difficult. Though Narendra is from the IT background, he helped me, my son helped me. But that's when I thought, what happens to all those women out there who actually struggle being a single mom or, going through DV or going through bullying. Bullying just doesn't happen at work. It happens at home, in society, everywhere. So what happens to those women who have no support or very minimum support to set up their business? And that is when Women's concept was born. And I reached out to Narendra for help. He's just a co-founder and mentor. He has nothing to do in the company, but he's just supporting me as a strong backbone that I have. I always say that, him and my 2 kids. So that is when Womeyn was born, and I came up with this project to him, and I said I do need help because it's a large platform which I couldn't have done alone, and that's when Womeyn was born. Rest he will explain you how it works, the platform.
Now, before I get into the actual product, just wanted to also touch upon one specific topic that everybody really talks about, and that is women empowerment. Now, women empowerment means a number of things in a different manner. But when we were coming up with this concept of women, we talked about what is women empowerment, and we felt that the biggest empowering factor in today's day and age is when you can make a woman financially self-sufficient and self-reliant. And this platform aims to achieve that goal. So if you look at it, like Anu said, whether it is domestic violence victim, or for that matter, it is a victim of opportunity, whatever it might be the case. And the biggest aspect of it is, am I able to financially stand on my 2 feet? And that fact is there very much. And once a woman realizes that, yes, I can do something on my own, she's confident and she actually sees the result, that's when the real empowerment happens. And that is the reason why our key goal is through commerce. It's kind of teaching somebody to fish rather than giving the fish.
Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful concept because, there are quite a few e-commerce platforms out there. There's so many of them. I think this is probably what differentiates women. I think it is the support that you are providing. It is the help, the support, the guidance, which usually would not happen on a normal e-commerce platform. It would just be put your stuff in and that's about it. So I think this personalized care that you're providing to women entrepreneurs, I think this is an absolutely amazing opportunity for people. And I would actually implore everybody to get in touch with Anu and Narendra ji and avail of this platform. And in a minute, I think I will just, we would just like to actually have a look at the platform, if you can share, and show us how this platform works. What are the benefits? What are the things that you think are really going to help people on this particular platform and how you can support them in their journeys?
So before we move into the platform, I just wanted to highlight a couple of more points. So one of the key differentiations between our platform and, like you rightly said about the other platforms, is the purpose behind which it is being done. So our aim is purely coming in from a social aspect of empowering women. Yes, we are going to get profits out of it, but that profit is going to get reinvested in the platform, reinvested in the women entrepreneurs. And at some stage, Anu's goal is to achieve micro-funding these businesses. So a woman comes on board and does not have the right skill sets. Can we help her in getting those skill sets? Can we help her in doing her financial bookkeeping? Can we help her in getting the right licenses? And if requires funding, that is where we want to be. That is what the ultimate aim and goal of Womeyn as a mission and vision is.
Yeah.
So I think with that, I can now move into give you a sneak peek in terms of what the product looks like, because I think that is an area we actually missed out on.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to see it. And I think what you just said, the support that you're providing, I think is priceless. Given a lot of women entrepreneurs suffer, they have issues at home, they don't have the support, they don't have the help, and more importantly, they don't have the know-how of how to do things. So if you're saying you're going to be helping with bookkeeping and so many other aspects, I think it's a fabulous opportunity. I'm already excited, and I'm very excited to see what you're going to share today. So let's look at it.
Thank you, Aditi.
And starting with the homepage. So the homepage is very easy on the eye. You have 3 specific segments: the top bar, you have the search bar, and then the 3 advertisements that you see on at the bottom. So here we were going to have carousel ads running in a regular manner, depending upon what service provider they are, who's providing us the information in the right manner. Here you can see a skincare. Bodhi Skincare is one of the service providers that have agreed to work with us. Similarly, you'll have smaller segments beneath which will talk about any specific offers and special services being provided, whether there could be a sale, whether it could be a new introduction of a product line, and many more things like that. Then you have the segment which is Explore, Our Women Entrepreneurs, Events and Updates, About Us, and Get in Touch. And these are also very exciting areas of our platform. And as we go along, I'll actually talk more about it. So this segment is also there, which is the categories, which is the heart and soul of our platform, where you have, again, a carousel type approach like you see in Netflix, where you can keep on scrolling by clicking the arrow button here, and you will go and get into more and more categories. These are some of the categories that we are beginning with. And again, beneath the category, you will actually see a stream of advertisements, scrolling advertisements running, again, depending on who the service providers are who have signed up for these sort of services on the platform.
So we can say right now, these are the ones who've already...
Yeah, these are all the brands who have already agreed to work with us. And we are showcasing them in terms of a sneak peek. Moving on to the next segment, this is a bestseller segment. So in this bestseller segment, what happens, when you come in as a consumer, you will actually see a range of products that have been doing well on the platform, who have got fantastic reviews, and these are some of the things could be value for money. And we are going to showcase all of these products again in a manner where the top 5 or the top 10 best-selling products that we have in each of these categories, as you see on the top. The categories listed above, like electronics, we won't really have electronics, but it's just to give you an idea in terms of the way we are going to segment this particular portion of the website.
So Narendra ji, I can see that you've got some best-selling services on this platform as well. How does that actually work? How do services benefit from this?
So once again, in the services segment, we'll have a range of service providers on board. For example, they could be as simple as tuition classes, or it could be mental wellness, or it could be specific activity-based service providers. Like, for example, in this case, we've got swimming, and we could have either yoga, we could have aerobics, we could have specialized, personalized service like how Indian Matrimonial Parole offers. Similarly, for the dance with the Bandana Cultural School offers in terms of a very personalized and very catered service. So even the services will be there, and again, we'll be picking out the top selling services based on the history, based on how they've done so far. And along with that, we will also have an advertisement banner running below. Again, it can be a paid activity, or it could be something that we would like to promote a specific service provider or a group of specific service providers which are listed on top, who have been doing well and who've added value to the portal. So, for example, some of the service providers listed here are, Pooja Bharat, and I've got Anu Bedi here, Parul, and then Tanima Banerjee's Bandana School.
And then we've got
Rupa Parthasarthi for Mind Kshetra being advertised. So these are just an idea to give you. There could be a lot more being advertised. So going down to the Womenpreneur of the Month. So this is a segment which is very interesting. And the reason I say it is interesting is because this is a segment which will highlight a woman entrepreneur, will tell her story. Every woman has a story. And we want this segment to actually talk about that woman entrepreneur, her journey into business, what difficulties she faced, and how she has overcome. She needs to be the inspiring factor also, not only just Anu being one, but there will be thousands of Anus who have stories to tell, and we would like to showcase that on a regular basis. So this segment for us is very close to our heart. Yeah. And we did not want to, it was a combination of being social as well as commercial. The commercial aspect is fine, but there has to be a social angle to it. And I think this brings the social angle to it.
Yeah, sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it is. The next segment that we have is the latest updates and events. So here again, it's a combination of what's happening in a way and what is going to happen. What I mean by that is there are certain workshops that are being conducted. Those are going to be advertised here, or there could be specific event activities that are happening, or there is a special session that are happening, which is service being provided by a service as a workshop or as an in-person class or whatever might be. It can be a cooking class, or it could be a mental health, wellness session, which is a more of an educational session. So this is a segment where again every service provider who is planning to do something similar would do that. Now, for example, if you look at Satya Events, now Satya Events has got an event like Mazi coming up. This is a segment that you would actually look at and put your details around that, where when you have something like this over there, as many number of users would come in and say, oh, okay, I was not aware of this. This is how, Mazi is being promoted and I can know more about Mazi as a show. So just to give you an example in terms of how it can be utilized. Moving on to the next one, we've got the search side of it, where you will have you've got two search categories. You can actually go into the product category itself and look for products and services, or you can also very intuitively have a search defined based on your last history. So if you've browsed the website, you would have looked at certain products, automatically the system will pick up all your last searches and say, you looked at five or six of these, and is this still of interest to you? And along with that, there will also be an alternative suggestion being made to you while you're browsing the website. Moving on to appreneurs, womenpreneurs. Again, this segment is when you click on the top bar, like I mentioned, we have our womenpreneur segment over on the top. This is where we start talking about the women behind the businesses and highlighting them once again. So here you would have a carousel ad running, where if you're clicking on explore now, will take you to their product page and talk about the woman and talk about the womenpreneur and the business. So if I scroll down further, you will have all the womenpreneurs listed. You've got Rupa, you've got Mansi, you've got Sarita, Pooja, Paro, Amreen. The idea is when you double click on any one of them, I'll just take you, this is the page you would land up, right? So, and then you double click on it, it takes you straight to the womenpreneur detail page, which is something like this, where we picked up Earthy Souls, Mansi Bhatia's brand that we talk about. We give a bit more verbiage in terms of what she does and what is a brand and what does the brand represent. And from there, we can even highlight the products that she's selling through the brand. And if you selected one specific product, then we go into the product details. But before going into the product details, we also talk about the product and the reviews that the product has received, the brand reviews, and again, it's a very interesting aspect where a lot of these things are not there in the standard commercial platforms. You're trying to make it as intuitive, we're trying to make it as informative and more interesting and friendly. So a lot of these people who have bought this item, you may know them, so your trust factor is far greater. You talk about a review from a random person you don't know, maybe true it is, maybe not true, but when you know somebody who's giving you a review, then it makes a big difference.
I kind of also like that every entrepreneur has their space to be showcased. It is not just, okay, here's the product. It's about the person. It's about what they do, their journey, giving them the importance of maybe being a contributor as Entrepreneur of the Month. So I think these little extra bits that Women is adding definitely adds a lot of value to someone's business, because you don't just connect with the product or the service, you're actually connecting with the person.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
that's the idea.
The age-old philosophy of selling is you do not sell a product, you sell only based on relationship.
Absolutely.
And we are trying to bring that element into the platform. So again,
and it's very clean. I feel it's very clean, it's very to the point, and it's very easy to use. It's very user-friendly.
Yes, it is. And the idea is that a lot of the women entrepreneurs who will be coming on board may not have the right type of IT experience. They might not be tech savvy. So we wanted to make sure that, it is something that we can teach them and they can actually pick this up in a very easy manner. So even our backend systems that we are designing is made in such a manner where it becomes very easy for anyone to use it, right? From a 18-year-old lady to a grandmother who's 75 years old. Doesn't matter. We want to make it in a manner where they can use it without having much support on an ongoing basis. Even initially, everybody needs it, but on an ongoing basis, it will be very easy.
And when in the beginning, if they have any issues doing it, we're going to handhold them and take them through the whole journey. We just don't want them to come there and then, Abhi, you do it yourself. Not like that.
Yeah.
We are there to support. Our team is there to support.
And talking about the product, yes. I mean, here when we talk about the product, we will give more details on the product. What are the nutritional values in case of this bar, right? It could be something else. It could be the features and functions of specific product. And then along with that, we also then talk about the reviews once again for that specific product. And at the same time, we also try and give you other products which are very similar from that brand that you should be looking at. So it's a kind of a user experience that we want to give, a rich user experience and a very pleasing user experience is what we are trying to aim. And I think the way we have designed the website and the entire portal actually delivers that.
Yes, and I can actually vouch for that because I am a UX UI designer, and I can look at how user-friendly this whole website is, how to the point, how easy to understand. And I think these journeys especially for people starting out in business, or as you said, not very tech savvy, not very computer savvy. For them, even if you show it to them just the once, I think it's very easy for them to navigate their way through. So I can already see how this platform can help even novices get on this and start launching their brand and get the support that they need.
Yeah, and the entire backend is designed in a way where you as an entrepreneur have the real entrepreneurial opportunity to define how you want your product to be viewed, what prices you want to give, what discounts you want to offer, and manage your backend like a real entrepreneur. So we take care of everything in terms of backend. So automatically when you sell a product, the fees are deducted and the balance amount, whatever the amount that we owe you, comes to your account. If it is Stripe, it comes into your account the next day. And those are some of the things that we want to make sure that we not only coach, teach, but also give them an opportunity to participate, because this is the first version of a platform, the first iteration of a platform. In the next 1 year or so, when we start getting users and service providers, there'll be version 2, and the version 2 will only come when we get feedback from both consumers and service providers like yourselves.
Yeah, I think journeys are all about iterations. You keep improving as you go, you keep making those amendments. And this is a new journey for you guys as well. But I think I'm really impressed with the way it's already looking. And as you keep going with this, I'm sure there'll be lots of tweaks along the way to make it an even better experience for people. Now, firstly, tell me, when is this site going live?
So we actually had a slide in our launch. We will be looking at onboarding service providers in May, and we are aiming to go live by 1st of June if possible, because that is a birthday gift. But if not, it will be definitely the birthday month, that is for sure.
So Narendra, tell me, how will people actually connect with you to get onto this platform? How do they get in touch with you?
So this is straight website address, www.womeyn.com, and all we need to do is scroll down right up to the end of the page. This is a landing page. It talks about a brand, it talks about what we do, and if you click out here, try to reach, click here, and there you can fill in your details, your name, your contact number, which place you're trying to connect from, and state and what do you want. And we've got a drop down menu. You're a service provider, you want to sell products, you're looking to shop for products and services. What is your area of interest in terms of collaboration, whatever might be the case. And once this comes back to us, we connect with them, we connect with all the service providers, all the people who have sent this contact us form, and we then take it up with them in terms of either signing them up as a service provider or giving them more information, giving them a presentation, whatever might be the case.
Yeah. Easy. It looks easy, and I think it's very, very exciting that this is launching next month. Launching as in is going to go live next month. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there
in June.
Who can wait for this. In June, okay. So how many people have already joined you, roughly?
22 women entrepreneurs have already come on board, and I'm very thankful to them. And I've got a lot of interest from Melbourne entrepreneurs to join this, and as we speak, we are in process of doing in other states as well within Australia.
And so if we are trying to do a very organic type growth, so when we talk about organic type growth, you're talking about first addressing the needs of the communities, right? So we understand there are pockets of communities across, whether it is Sydney, whether it is Melbourne, and we are trying to address those pockets of communities in terms of bringing them on board before it becomes an actual movement. And every woman our aim is that every woman who is in business should be on our portal, and every woman who is buying and every man who is buying from any other platform should look at this particular platform and encourage and empower women in true sense. I mean, a lot of the other big names do not need your business, but a platform like these need the business. Similarly, like, how you talk about your show being local show, promoting local talent needs more visibility than somebody who's already established, right?
Absolutely. And it is thanks to wonderful sponsors like yourselves, like I said before, that events like Mazi or any other local shows are able to actually bring some quality. Without the support of sponsors, nothing is possible. So once again, thank you so much for that. We are looking forward to seeing you at Mazi, and more than that, we're actually looking forward to this platform and seeing it grow and develop. And I'm sure that a lot of people who are listening to this today have benefited from this information, will use this information and get on to contacting you, and finding their way through into your platform, and letting you help them establish themselves further. So thank you to both of you. That was a lovely conversation. 3 cheers to women with the Y. And the logo absolutely looks fantastic. Everything looks great. The platform looks good. You guys are doing really well, and I really, really request everyone to avail this opportunity and jump onto Womeyn as soon as the portal goes live. Watch out for this space. I will keep you informed, and we will definitely build a journey together through that. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining.
I would only add to that all women entrepreneurs out there, share and help other women. Help me, help women, so I can help other women. I said this in my launch event as well. When women support women, incredible things happen. And I look forward to creating those.
I will change that. I'll change that saying a bit. I'll say when men help women, things happen. But when women help women, incredible things happen.
Exactly.
Oh, that is fantastic, and that is so true. That is so true. And Narendra ji, you've been a great support to Anu as well. Your contribution cannot be undermined. So I'm sure you guys are going to make a great team, and this is going to go to new heights. I attended the launch personally. It was absolutely fabulous. Everything is done so professionally. It's already looking fantastic, and it's only going to grow from here. So thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you at Mazi on the 30th of April.
Thank you for having us, Aditi, and we're gonna rock. You're gonna rock the show, and we're just gonna sit and enjoy the singing like your last event was successful. We wish you all the best, and thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Namaste.